We finally arrived to our last band style to review for the fall 2021 release of new Apple Watch bands. Or is it? Nah, just kidding. I ordered a good bit of Hermes bands, so whenever those come in, we'll also be taking a closer look at some of those new colors. But today, we came for the solo loops. Now, the solo loops and sport loops pretty much go hand in hand. They typically are released alongside the same colors and for the most part, look exactly the same in terms of color. Their materials are pretty similar, only that the solo loops offer a distinct stretchiness that the sport bands don't have, thanks to the manufacturing process behind these using a stretchable liquid silicone rubber that gives this band the special characteristic of not having any buckles or clasps, and instead is a seamless singular color running across your wrist that gives it its own distinct look that sets it apart to its cousin, the sport bands. For this release, we see 7 brand new colors. Quite odd Midnight didn't make it from the sport band line. I wonder why. The sport band line released with 8 colors while these released with 7. So needless to say, the colors are almost identical, so we'll go over this one quickly. I couldn't just do the solo bands dirty and exclude them for simply being too similar to the sport bands. Nah, here on TheJuan&Only we don't discriminate, plus it gives one lucky subscriber an extra entry to potentially win an all new solo loop featured in this video. More details on that at the end of the video, and with that, I think it's time to get the show on the road. You ready? Of course you are. Let's do this. Alright, first things first, we gotta cover pricing for any newcomers or those early on in their bandaholic addiction. These solo loops will run you $49 a pop directly from Apple. These are extremely easy to slap on. The only thing you need to be careful about is your sizing. You see, because there are no buckles or clasps to separate this band into 2 like you would typically find with any standard watch band, be it leather or sport band, and instead is a singular ray of your color choice with no intrusions from clasps or buckles. The effect is quite nice and creates this awesome singular streak of color that runs the entirety of your wrist. It comes off as really sharp and clean. Apple's online measuring tool is quite confusing and misleading, as people early on reported that it got the sizing a bit too large. So to see a sizing guide for both the solo and braided solo line, simply click the card at the top right. Alright, here we go. Color number 1. Let's start with Starlight. Man, I cannot wait for my Starlight Apple Watch to arrive. Starlight is a very light color that is almost white, but has tiny hints of barely some tans here and maybe a sliver of a very light yellow, hence the name Starlight. The naming aims to remind you of stars and the typical color we associate with them. Being really light, the band is great for the lighter colored casings colors, and luckily, I do have the Starlight iPhone 12 mini to compare alongside the band. Stay tuned as I will be comparing the old silver aluminum Series 6 with the new Starlight Series 7 with, of course, this Starlight band slapped on both. Don't sleep on Starlight as it's a rather interesting color. Number 2, let's take a closer look at Abyss Blue. It's this very cool blue that has elements of several different colors. Let's see. Looks like we obviously have blues, navies, small hints of dark greens, and it all culminates to create this beauty of a band with a blue that's toned down and subtle, yet really cool and unique simultaneously. We've been over Abyss Blue before on the other styles, but there's something mysterious about how plain the solo loops look, and I mean that in the best way possible. Their simplicity is at times their strongest attribute. While Abyss Blue does look like a darker navy in very low lit conditions, outside though, you can immediately tell that this band transforms and punches you in the face with a bit of a pop. I, of course, particularly like this band on the darker casing colors and specifically the blue Apple Watch, but surprisingly pairs well with the ultra stealthy product red Apple Watch, at least in my opinion. For band number 3, we have the soft and calming English Lavender, a color that depicts the whole fall vibe quite well. You think of fall and you think of leaves changing, lower temperatures, being cozy by the fireplace, and this color makes me truly feel at home. It's very peaceful with its calming lavender color that is soft enough to not cause any unnecessary attention and remains low-key yet beautiful at the same time. But it all looks tremendously well on this band. The light purple colored band goes great with most of the casing colors and is for sure up there as one of my favorite picks for this season. Speaking of top picks, once again, let me reiterate that it is my humble opinion that Dark Cherry is the standout band of this release and my absolute favorite. You simply cannot go wrong with it. Having hints of royal purple mixed with some dark burgundies and a dash of dark reds, Dark Cherry is exactly what it sounds like. A dark cherry colored band that is perfect for the fall and pretty versatile. Match it with a light colored casing color to have a unique blend of lights versus darks, or slap it on a dark casing color like Space Black Titanium to fully embody the whole dark and mysterious vibe. A very standout band that looks amazing with the gold stainless steel Apple Watch. Oh man, already more than halfway. Let's go to a color that maybe is lost and made its way during the wrong season. That's right, I'm talking about Marigold. Derived from the marigold plant, one would think a very light and eye-catching band would be released during the springtime. You know, when flowers start to bloom again and the weather starts to warm up, more sunlight, etc. The thing about Marigold is it offers a great mix of pastels mixed in with just the right amount of saturation. The orange colored band has very small hints of yellow and is very bright, don't get me wrong. It's definitely the liveliest of the bunch, so if you're not too keen on bright bands, this one may have to be a pass. Alright, nearing the end, now looking at color number 6 is Clover, a color that over the last few days has stepped up in ranks, at least in terms of my own ranking for the new colors. Clover is quickly becoming my favorite for the sole reason that this green band is so much fun. Ever noticed how Apple routinely releases blues, but very few greens? And when they do release greens, they're either typically very dark like a cargo khaki green or mintier greens like Spearmint from past seasons. Well, not this time, and it's obvious this rather brilliant green band was made to match with the new green aluminum Series 7, which by the way is on its way to the studio, so I'll leave you guys in suspense as I think this beautiful green band will match perfectly on that green Series 7. And finally, here to round us out, we have Chalk Pink, a color that always reminds me of the pinks associated with newborn baby girls and baby showers for girls, only slightly lighter with more whites and higher highlights. This band reminds me a lot of pink sand, a color that was a staple on Apple's product line for quite a while. Outside, Chalk Pink radiates and shines pretty bright, but it's to be expected with its lighter undertones and brighter overall shades of bright pink. This band may steer a lot of men away as it may appear too girly. But if you're not afraid and are very confident in your sexuality, I say go for it. You will surely turn heads, and I like how the lighter bands just create a more energetic feel. This color obviously pairs amazing with the rosier gold found on the Apple Watch SE, or another great matchup is this band with silver aluminum or Starlight. And just like that, ladies and gents, we are done with the standard release of Apple Watch bands, with the Hermes reviews coming up shortly, as well as hands-on looks at all the new colors compared to the previous versions. From what I can tell, the blue and red aluminum models appear lighter, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. For those that made it to the end, I want to extend my gratitude and say thank you. These band reviews are so much fun to make, and I'm glad I've been able to help countless people decide on which band to buy, especially when ordering online. So just as with all my other giveaways, if you want to go home with an all-new solo band with the color of your choice, then simply follow the next steps. Number 1, make sure you are subscribed to TheJuan&Only and make sure those bell notifications are turned on. Number 2, give me a follow on my social medias, as I have started to be a lot more active in terms of bringing you guys the latest tech news and updates. And finally, number 3, comment down below letting me know how big your Apple Watch band collection is. My collection to date is 300 plus OEM bands. I haven't been able to do a recount since this huge batch of fall 2021 bands, but yeah, my collection is pretty large. Alright guys, still have a ton of tech content planned for you guys. Halloween is almost here, which means we're even closer to seeing who will win some new bands. I still haven't decided if I'll do a live stream to announce the winners, but definitely keep your eyes peeled on my socials on Halloween for my international folks. That is Sunday, October 31st, as for sure the winners will be announced there. Alright y'all, hope y'all had fun looking at all the bright new colors, and I'll be catching y'all in my next video. Peace!